Welcome to Walking with Jesus Bible Study. We're going to be in the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 22. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. And I'm going to repeat that. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is for a woman which is without discretion. Solomon compares a woman who has physical beauty but no wisdom to a gold ring stuck in a pig's nose. It is a most unfitting sight. It is an irony to see outer beauty where there is no inner beauty of a soul. Far too many focus on only the outward appearance, but neglect to walk in the beauty of the holiness with the Lord. You hear a lot of people talking about, pretty on the outside and not beautiful on the inside. It's so true. There's a lot of people who are truly ugly on the inside. Some of them ugly on the inside and out. Because when you're, and by that I mean not because I'm not judging somebody saying that they look ugly. What I'm trying to say is that I've seen some most beautiful people. And I'm just thinking to myself and just like, wow, how beautiful, and just in awe, right, of the beauty. But either hearing them conversate or conversating with them, sometimes even after not even 10 minutes, I no longer saw that, I was no longer in awe of the beauty. I mean, they went from a 10 to a negative 10 within 3 seconds. Because of their rudeness, their character, and I no longer saw that beauty no more. Even when I looked at them, even though I knew that when I once gazed on them, my first thought was how beautiful, but because I saw the true character, the true character reflected their original beauty, which was pure ugliness. And I could never see that person the same again. I only saw them as that ugly character. I no longer saw the outer beauty of them. I could never see it again. It never came back. Your characteristic, what you do on the inside, truly comes out. The devil was very beautiful. Very beautiful. And we all know how ugly he is to the core. He's full of hate, lies, deceit. Sometimes being beautiful isn't all that great because that's all that it is. It's just an outer beauty. And I see a lot of men's downfall when it comes to a beautiful woman because he didn't get to know the true her. That's why you should not rush into things. But sometimes it's already too late. They done got the claws into the back, or they done rush into a marriage, and then, some women like to hold out until they got married or got engaged, and then all of a sudden, that fake person that they've been trying to be comes out, and then it's too late. It's too late for that person. They're stuck. And they're spending their lives miserable because they didn't fail to see the true characteristics of a person. Lust can do that to you. That's why you shouldn't have sex before you even get married, besides the fact that it's a sin. But lust can make you not understand what's going on, the reality of a person, because now you're having sexual things with this person, and that is going to overthink things. You're gonna too busy seeing what y'all did in the bed versus the real characteristics of the person. Because now you can't wait to get back into that bed because of what a good time it was or what have you not. Trying to be a little bit polite since we're on TikTok. But you got to really pay attention. Put yourself in situations that really tests people's personality. Go camping. Go on vacation. Go for a long drive. People get irritable. Put them in irritable situations. That's why talking is very important. Mannerism can tell you a lot about a person. If you open the car door for her and she don't open it up for you, a lot of women seem to think, oh, they don't have to do a thing back. But, you know, when you find one that does it back for you, this is a lot about respect and is going to help you out. Not only do the same thing, it's going to be called equalness. But if you're constantly doing and doing and doing, and she doesn't do anything back for you, that ought to be a red flag that she's probably not going to be there to help you in time of need. Probably going to be the first one to run away if you was to get disabled or something like that, because they just don't have the time and they want somebody to pamper to them, to cater to them. If they can't be there for you when you're sick, that's another red flag. Because females are supposed to be helpers of men. I'm not saying we're supposed to be technically in the kitchen constantly making you sandwiches, but there's a reason why we was made of Adam. Together is a dynamic duo when both communicate and both help. You're supposed to build each other up. But there's too many females out there having their men wait on them hand and foot and think that and end up treating those men basically like servants. And the guys do it thinking, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. No, you're actually not. You may be using correct mannerisms and being very polite, but you're being taken advantage of. There's a difference. That's not equal. That's not equal at all. That's being used. You're supposed to be supportive of each other. If you don't do any kind of sacrifices for you, that's another flag right there. Because sometimes life happens. And what if you can't be able to do the man thinks you're supposed to be doing because you got ill or got hurt or in a car wreck or had to go on vacation? Could you trust him with your belongings without robbing you blind or you know, doing this between your homies, how they act? Let me say, here's another thing. If you're at a restaurant and they make a big, huge mess, how they talk to the staff? Do they clean up after themselves or they just think, oh, it's their job that they got to do it? That ought to be a red flag. That means they don't care for others. And as a woman, it should be in our nature to be careful and to want to care and to think of other people. So to have that in another female when you're out in public and she doesn't, you know, show that in her personality, ought to tell you right there. And vice versa too. How men talk to people. Do they talk down to them all the time? If somebody's always talking and they're talking down to somebody instead of to somebody. A lot of times people mistaken talking to somebody with talking at somebody. They're talking at you, not to you. There's a major difference right there. You got to pay attention. All these are signs of inner characteristics. And that can show you the true beauty of one's person, of how they really look on the inside. Because if they're beautiful on the inside, their beauty will come alive on the outside when you get to know them. Because you'll realize as soon as you get older, wrinkles set in, gray hair, your body changes and ain't nothing you can do about it. Some people shrink. All that beauty on the outer appearance fades away and you're still stuck with the inner beauty. So find the person that has the inner beauty and not the outer beauty, because it all comes and goes. You could tell by the way people talk and carry themselves. Is the first thing they do when they're around a bunch of men is like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Then, you know, that's probably a red flag that they're too excited about the other companionship, that they're probably going to do too much when you're not around, or even right behind your back. I mean, and that goes both ways, not just male and female, but it goes both ways. So pay attention.